Just a quick thought that I wanted to share with you. To go from Israel to Egypt or from Egypt to Israel, walking, it will take you about 40 days. Driving, it will take you about 7 hours. Using a plane, you will be there in about 20 minutes. I'll repeat that again. The distance between Egypt and Israel, or Israel and Egypt, walking will take you 40 days, thereabouts. Driving will take you about 7 hours. The same time and distance it will take you to go from Lagos to the southeast of Nigeria. And using a plane, you can get from Egypt to Israel or from Israel to Egypt in about 25 minutes. But it took the Israelites 40 years. Take this as a story. I'm not giving you religion. Just follow with me. We're also told that 40 years is what makes a generation. 40 years is what makes a generation. Which means the Israelites had to stay in the wilderness until a particular generation had died out. Which says to me, the Israelites were not going to go into the promised land with a particular generation, an oppressed generation, people with a certain mentality, people with a certain mindset, people that had a certain way of doing things that were not going to be workable where they were going. You know, we talk all the time about be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. We read, you can't put new wine into old wineskins. There is something about people that have been through oppression and I was having a conversation with a friend the other day. There is a difference between deliverance, there is a difference between independence and freedom. Most of the countries we come from, and even us as individuals, we're independent, but we're not free. We're delivered, but we're not free. Freedom starts in the mind. Freedom starts with our thinking. Then it transfers into our choices and our ideas, our actions, then our results. Freedom starts in the mind, but it ultimately ends with the actions and choices and decisions we make, which ultimately impacts our results. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Brethren, I pray that you prosper even as your soul prospers, your mind, your will, your intellect, and your emotions. I think we're the generation that we have suddenly spent so much time now focused on stuff, on materialism, cars, clothes, name brands, that we have stopped thinking and working on our minds, our mentality, our mindsets, our habits, our attitudes, and our belief system. And maybe, just maybe, that's why we're not making progress at the rate we should be making progress. Maybe there is still a wound, there is still a hurt, there is still pain, there is still frustration, there is still bondage, there is still manipulation of yesterday that is still impacting how we see ourselves and how we see the future. Sometimes when you're looking at what's happening in African countries, and you will see comments like, it is better for our colonial masters to come back. It is better for our colonial masters to come back, which means we are yet to fully want to take responsibility for our independence and our freedom. Now, before we can focus and deal with our countries, because the quality of a country only is determined by the quality of the people. The quality of the family is only determined by the quality of the people. The quality of a community, the quality of a race is only determined by the quality of the people. So maybe in this next season, let us not work on the person on our left or the person on our right. Maybe we should just work on ourselves. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. I pray that you prosper even as your soul prospers. Your soul consists of your mind, your will, your intellect, and your emotions. Your mind, your will, your intellect, and your emotions. Let us work on this. Let us renew this. Before we're thinking of putting new wine into new wineskins, let us work on changing who we are from the inside out. We're toxic on the inside. We're angry on the inside. We're bitter on the inside. We're jealous on the inside. Low self-esteem on the inside. Lack of belief on the inside. Inferiority complex, it's on the inside. Make a personal decision to spend the time to heal and renew your mind and see yourself in a new way. Because maybe if you see yourself, if you think differently, maybe you will make different choices, maybe you will take different actions, and maybe ultimately you can teach something different, because they say you can't give what you don't have. So maybe the time right now is just to work on you. The time right now is for me to work on me. And if I work on me, myself, for a season, then maybe I have something to offer to somebody else. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Your soul, your mind, your will, your intellect, and your emotions. Maybe we should shut down the amount of time we're spending entertaining ourselves and spend a bit more time working on our soul. I know we work hard, and because many of us hate the work that we do, the moment we come home, the only thing we really want to do is just dumb down, eat some food, watch some TV, call a few friends, see what's happening in somebody else's life, and then sleep and start all over again. But maybe we owe it to ourselves, we owe it to our community, we owe it to those, we owe it to the next generation to work on ourselves so that we can prepare them for a better tomorrow that possibly we may not see. But it would be wrong for things to continue as they have been. Let us work on ourselves, and then we can help in prepping and preparing the next generation for a better life. And maybe they can be more responsible and have what it takes to run and lead our own nations. Just me thinking out aloud. God bless.